Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're here, yay, you found me, finally. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thanks for coming back. I love reading all of your comments, so comment down below, keep them coming. I reply to all of them. So my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can decide whether or not you want to spend time or money or both sometimes watching a particular film. So today, the movie I'm reviewing is called Riddle of Fire. This quirky fairy tale adventure is now playing in select theaters as well as for purchase or rent on Amazon Prime Video, Fandango at Home, and Apple TV. The film is rated PG-13. It's an hour and 54 minutes, and my overall movie review mom grade is probably about a C+. So let me give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked, things I didn't like, tips for parents, themes worth talking about, funny lines, interesting lines, and we'll finish up with recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that you might also really like. All right, so in a nutshell, the movie asks on screen, quote, "Are you a knight or a squire? Can you solve the riddle of fire?" Question mark, quotation mark. The story is about three mischievous kids who have crazy adventures when their mother sends them on an errand. The low-budget film was directed by young Weston Rizzulli, who also wrote it and has a small role in the film as Marty Hollyhock. Now, I probably shouldn't say low budget, although it is, but really more of an indie type of a film. And that's definitely the feel that you get with this one. This is actually Rizzulli's directorial debut, and already the film has won 6 awards at various film festivals, including Best Picture. Congratulations to him and his team. A lot of film critics are really loving this movie. So let me give you quick tips for parents. Because the movie is about children, it's sort of family friendly, but these kids are not good role models. They break into a warehouse and they steal items. Later, they steal a bunch of other things. The young kids swear a lot, including an unexpected F-bomb coming out of the mouth of one of the kids. And I hate that. A young boy drinks alcohol and gets drunk, and the children get in a lot of trouble. And with their potty mouths, are just terrible role models for kids. So in that regard, this is not family friendly viewing. I think adults who think that's funny will get a kick out of it, but parents like me who would never want my kids to act like any of these kids will just be kind of like, oh. So heads up on that. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are magic, talismans, friendship, and adventure. So there were a lot of things I did like about the movie, even though that might sound like I didn't like it. First of all, the kids are all adorable, but their characters are complete hooligans. They're played by Charlie Stover, Phoebe Farrow, Skylar Peters, and Lorelai Olivia Moat. While the filmmaking and writing are very amateurish in many ways, the movie still has an undeniable charm that whisks you away to your own childhood adventures and fantasies. Now, I never had adventures quite like this, but it made me think of some of the ones that I did have. And that's partly what makes this movie charming and magical. The only cast member I had ever seen in anything before was Leo Tipton in the movie Vengeance. I love her look. For the first several minutes, we don't hear any dialogue at all, which also adds to the whimsical nature of the opening and the film in general. The movie truly captures the magic of childhood adventures, and if you have kids, might open your eyes, especially if they're about the same ages as these characters. At 33 minutes, we see the very first actual magic. It's never quite explained in the movie, yet none of the characters are skeptical of it, which I found to be interesting. You will crave blueberry pie after watching this movie. So here's the list of some of the things I didn't like or just thought could have been done better or differently. For example, what was the riddle and what was the fire? I thought the title of the movie didn't really match the content of the film unless I completely missed it. I mean, there's a campfire, and I suppose the riddle is, where's this magic coming from? And is it real, kind of a thing? But there wasn't necessarily a riddle. Like I'm thinking of a troll at the bridge and you have to solve the riddle to cross the bridge, kind of thing. And they didn't have anything like that. Based on the font of the text at the beginning of the movie on the screen, I assumed that the story would take place in magical Ireland. So I was surprised to learn that the setting is actually Wyoming, United States of America. And as it turns out, it was actually filmed in Utah. And by the way, I was born in Utah and even went to college in Utah. I thought it was strange to cast a young kid whose line delivery is so bad that subtitles have to be placed on the screen. Now, at first, I thought, oh, that's odd that they have to tell you what this kid is trying to say, but it's also kind of funny. And so maybe that was intentional. I don't know. The kid is really cute, though. So I guess it doesn't really. The writing definitely has some holes in it. For example, the kids go up to the mountains where one of them points out that they can't call their mom because there isn't any cell phone reception. But later, they're able to look up information about a car for sale in the middle of this wilderness so that they can steal it. I was like, wait a minute, I thought you didn't have any cell phone reception. And by the way, what on earth is a car doing up in the middle of nowhere for sale anyway? I mean, they're just sort of weird things like that you're like, okay, am I going to let this bother me? Or does it just all add up to the charm and whimsy of the film? And so that's for you to decide. In one scene, there's kind of this dance, and there's this random blue kid who looks like a mermaid. He suddenly appears, and I'm like, wait, what? Did I just miss his entry? Who is this kid? And the dance sequence is not very good, but it'll probably make you laugh anyway. And then I just left at the very end of the movie and I was like, wait, all of this was so that kids could play a video game? Now I have 4 sons and they were obsessed with video games, so much so that 2 of them actually are professionals now working in the video game industry and having a blast. But still, I remember they would go to great lengths to convince me that they needed to play video games. And I would always say, stop playing so many video games. You should be working on talents and skills for your future career. I literally said that, not realizing half of my kids, 2 out of 4 kids, would be in the video game industry. Who knew? That's the kind of great mom I am. All right. So whenever I watch movies, I take notes, of course, but I specifically write down funny lines and interesting lines simply so I can share them with you so you can get a taste for the dialogue and the script writing ability and all of that. So I've got all of them on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, but I'm going to share some of them with you right now. So these characters are just so quirky and their line delivery is often quirky as well. So Phoebe Farrow plays Alice, who's the oldest of all of the kids, and she just says funny things. At one point she said, yeah, that's amore. And actually a lot of times they'll say things that I think are kind of advanced for their age, like does she know what that means, And then Lorelai Olivia Moat plays this adorable little girl who's got magic. Her name is Petal, and she says, my mom says school is for suckers. And I'm like, ouch, because I'm a university professor, and I'm like, yikes. And then another time, another character, Jody, played by Skylar Peters, says, that's swell, kid, real swell. And so while the movie is supposed to be kind of in modern days, it definitely has more of an old-timey feel to it. Even though there are cell phones, I mean, nobody says something is swell nowadays. So it's just kind of funny coming out of these young kids' lips. And then another line that I actually thought was really funny was by Charlie Stover, who plays a character. The young boy's name is Hazel Adele. And he tastes something. He goes, this tastes like the hot tub in Cabo. And I'm like, wait, these kids have been to Cabo? Sitting in a hot tub? They're too young to even be in hot tubs. Anyway, I just thought that was so funny because it's such a random reference. Now, I also write down interesting lines that I think often reveal the theme of the movie, lessons learned, or just really sound truths. And so maybe this is a funny line, but I also thought it was interesting. So Alice, again played by Phoebe Farrow, says, being cute is being better than hot. And it made me stop and think, is that true? Really? Is it really? And then Julie Adele, who's played by Danielle Potmer, says, you need to be strong and brave. And that is one of the themes, two of the themes really of the movie is these kids are so independent and they are brave and strong. And then somebody, Alice says something, again, she's played by Phoebe Farrow, and they're like, who made you the boss? And she says, I'm not in charge. I just take charge because somebody had to, right? And so I thought that that was good of her to just take charge. And then another really interesting line I thought was funny and interesting was when Jody, one of the boys, says, what do you call someone who's both cursed and blessed? And Hazel says, rich? And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty smart. And then finally, another line that Petal says, she again is played by Lorelai Olivia Moat, so cute. And she says, it's okay, there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Even though these kids are making their dreams come true today, they are taking action on what they want. All right, so let me give you recommendations for three movies I instantly thought of as I was watching this. The first one that came to my mind might surprise you. It's the very quirky, whimsical, and hilarious movie, Napoleon Dynamite. The reason that I thought of it is because it is so quirky and oddball, and there are just so many funny, weird moments. The first time I watched the movie, my kids and their friends wanted us to go to the theater to watch it. One of the boys was a teenager. He literally was on the floor laughing and rolling and thought the movie was hilarious. And my husband and I were like, it doesn't seem nice to make fun of this young boy, Napoleon, you know? We were totally looking at it from parents' eyes. And then ever since then, I've seen the movie 100 times and our family just laughs and howls and quotes lines from the movie. Another movie I instantly thought of is The Bridge to Terabithia. So it's all about childhood fantasy and adventure, and there's magic and creatures, and you get a little bit of that vibe from this movie as well. And then another movie I just recently reviewed is called The Secret Kingdom. So I'll cue that movie up to play after you finish watching this review to see if that's a movie that interests you. It definitely feels kind of like one of those 1980s, 1990s fantasy adventure type of movies, but it's set in England and it's very sweet and very family friendly. And those are getting harder and harder to find these days. All right, that's it. I hope that if you watch this movie, you get a kick out of it. Just go in the mood that you're ready to just laugh and have fun and enjoy the weird quirkiness of it all. All right, have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.